Okay, guys, this is going to be the next stage of the Arch Linux setup. What I've found so far, it's like when I installed Tiny 11, where there's absolutely nothing on it. Now you can change this on the installation, the additional software part, but I find trying to do that, you're adding stuff, it goes back, you're adding stuff again, and then you've got to scroll down thousands on a list of programs. I found this way to be a little bit easier to start installing software. So it's literally just like any other Linux distribution. Once it loads up, you just basically go into the App Store or whatever you want to call it. Then you can run a search on what you want rather than having to go down through a long list of programs. So I'll let this boot up. It seems to be a bit slow for some reason. Oh, there we go. So first thing I'm going to be wanting is a browser. Firefox comes up. It's what I usually use anyway. So I'm literally just going to install from the FlatHub, and it'll come up waiting. Once it's installed, I'll make sure it works properly, and then move on to the next thing. Okay, that's Firefox now downloaded. So I'm just going to do a quick launch and make sure it works. It's not right. I'm not probably setting up a Firefox account. I've never had one. Then, yeah, it's up and running straight away. So that's good. I've also noticed there is no file manager. The terminal is not even installed on the way I've done it. I think that's because I didn't actually click the right things. But it's easy to find. So just for the terminal, I'll just put there you go. And I always use this console on KDE. I find it the easiest one to use. And again, it's literally everything just seems to work straight from out of the box. I don't know how Zoom or Zoom. Zoom is another one that tends to mess about with certain things a little bit. So what I will do is I'm going to do this with the other machine behind me and install apps on that as well, because like I said, Navara's latest update seems to have messed it up, and tends to do that a lot with Navara. You'll get a big update and it'll be messed up for a week, maybe two. They'll sort it out, then it's okay for a month, maybe a month and a half, then they'll do another big update, and it tends to mess up on it's tends to have ups and downs with Navara. Even I do like Navara, still like it for the ease of use, but I'm actually looking for something a little bit more stable, hence why I went back to Windows on the stream machine here, where I went back to Windows on the gaming machine. But literally this, you got to basically find out what programs you're wanting. I think it's a little bit easier this way than doing it via the install, like I said, because you can actually just run a search in the top corner box up here, type out kind of what you want in, so type a file manager or you type a browser or whatever, and it will find it. It'll find the media player, what you want, if you use another one. But this one, it doesn't need that much putting on it, as this is just basically used as a screen capture for Zoom meetings or for watching YouTube video while I'm on a meeting with someone else, as a co-host. Let's say co-host, so it's just a panel really, and that's tend to do every night. So I'm going to start downloading some more things. Oh, that's finished. Perfect timing. So, file managers. Might help them spell. Now, I want Dolphin. So that's the one I like. Oh, I've got Popsicle. That's good for flashing USBs. Is Popsicle. So I will install that one as well. It's just you've just got to basically work out what you're wanting to add to it at this point for whatever use you're going to have it as. Why is it not on? I've waited. Where's Dolphin gone? You know what? I'll just type it in here. And there we go. Manage your files with Dolphin. I'm also wanting VLC Media Player. It's a lot easier. It just comes up with it straight away all the time. I'm just trying to think what else I'm going to need on this machine. I'm coming up a blank at the moment. But that's basically how you add your extra software. As I say again, this is very stripped down when it's first installed. If you go and install it the way I've shown you, you can always, like I say, you can actually install it all at once, all at the very beginning, set it all up before you even get to a desktop. But I find it a little bit tedious doing it that way. It's a little bit awkward. But that's just me. Some people might like doing that way. Personally, I didn't. So, yeah, I literally think that is going to be about it, unfortunately. I will test OBS as well for you. So that I know it does work. So I think, so I'm going to have to put a camera on it. I haven't got a camera unless I attach my phone to it, which I probably will try that actually. So what I'll do is I'll install OBS as well, then try and get my camera on my phone to work. And if it does that, it's pretty much a plug and play system once you've installed it. So I'll come back to you once all these are installed. Okay, I've just opened OBS at the moment without a camera. There is a way to test it without actually having to input a camera, and that's through the Auto Config Startup Wizard. So I'm going to set this just for recording because this is going to get uninstalled straight after anyway. 30 frames per second. Next. And because it's going round with this at the background and going through a progress bar means it's installing the right codecs, means it will work no matter what. So I don't need to put a camera on. I know it's going to work. But to prove that it does work, I made a short video yesterday on the other machine before it all started going crackly, which I may just add in without the audio if it crackles again, and just overlay something else on it just to show how it works. Okay, now I've actually installed OBS. I'm just going to see if it launches, see if I can get this other camera up and running and working. So I'm going to specify what I'm going to use it for. Just recording on this one. It's just drop it down to 30 frames per second. It's an old machine, and it's actually going through the configuration wizard properly. So this looks like it might work straight out the bat, which is absolutely brilliant. I can see why people like having Arch, and people say, oh, Arch is really good. I'm kind of getting it. Yes, little fiddly as per usual, but let's see if we can add the camera. I can get the right thing. I've got so many different screens in front of me. Video capture device. Okay, and yep, it's found it straight away. Okay, and there we go. This camera is absolutely terrible. but it serves a purpose to show that OBS can walk and run with it. Okay, another thing that I forgot to tell you how to do is how you do the updates. I still haven't updated this machine yet. You just do that again via the App Store, which is at the bottom corner down here. Discover it's called in this one. Just go straight into updates, and this is actually up. You refresh it to find any updates. It's saying it's up to date, so at the moment it's fine. I don't need to worry too much about that. I'm not sure how often Arch updates. I think every month a new version comes out. I'm not 100% on that. I'll do a bit of research and let you know, and put a little tab in to say when it actually updates. Okay, this is a day after I installed Arch. I'm just checking now for see if there's any updates on it, and if there isn't, I'll be a little concerned because there's usually at least 1 or 2 updates a day. No, it's still saying up to this. I'm gonna have to see if I can do it. Have a look through via terminal how to update. See if that comes up with anything. So now I'm going to go into the terminal and type sudo pacman dash, nope, wrong one, dash syu. Just going to add my password. Might have done that wrong, but anyway. SYU. A little small. Why is it not doing it? That should be doing it. Give me a second, I'll have a look, see what I'm doing wrong. Right, I think I know what I did wrong. Just 1 little capital letter wrong. Try it that way, see if it works. There we go. It's as easy as that. 1 little command that'll sort everything. Just 2 updates it looks like. Press the Y button, press on. Oh no, there's more. Oh no, those 2. Yep, two little upgrades, which is fine. And done. So all it takes to update. So it looks like you don't update via the store, which isn't a problem. It's just 1 simple command line and it's done. Also, there is none of the additional codecs ever get installed, so you have to literally install. So the codecs, well, you get the codecs extra extensions, but with every other Linux distribution, it normally comes up with additional codecs, which is this one here, the FFmpeg with extensions. You've got to download that one as well. And then I think that would be literally it. So to find that, I just typed codec in the search bar and it came up with this. It's now installed. So that should now run any media that I have or need. And if not, and if you ever get caught out or can't run it, just do a Google search. What codec do I need on Linux Arch for AVI 1 or whatever it's going to be, or AV1? But other than that, it's really simple, really easy. I don't know why I was so worried about doing this video. Apart from the installation, that was a bit of a challenge. But once you've learned the 3 or 4 lines of code to get the internet drivers working, well, the Wi-Fi drivers working in the terminal. Once you've logged into your Wi-Fi and it's working, you just tap Arch install, go through the menus. Takes a little bit longer than standard Linux install, because normally when you just hit the install button, it's doing all the menus and the sub menus for you, where you're doing this manually a little bit more. I think that's why it's a slightly smaller distro to start off with, because you can add as much or as little as you want, and it seems to run incredibly fast. What I will do as well is I'll show you how to stop the screensavers and stuff like that, if I can remember. So you go into your quick setting guide, here where you can change all your keyboard settings, mouse settings, display settings, so you can change resolutions and stuff like that. Now what I remember is screen locking is, you can change the time, because it's usually set to 5 minutes, which is quite annoying if you just walk away to make a cup and got to come back and got to log back in. Now, if you're in a heavy traffic area, keep this on, but I just set it to never, because I don't like having to type in the password every 2 seconds. You can change the appearance of the logins screen, or you can just automatically log in, so you don't even have to type a password when you set up, when you actually first switch the machine on, which I will do that now actually. Yeah, I will automatically log in, so apply that for now. Now it'll ask me for my password this one time. And next time when I reboot the machine, it won't go into the login screen, it'll just go straight onto the desktop, which suits me a lot better. What else was I going to show you? There's something else. Oh yes, you've got to, on here you can change your backgrounds as well, so your wallpapers. Now when you first install it, you only get 3, which is that one, Horos, Air, and Waterfall. But you can get new, just add or get new wallpapers, and it'll just give you hundreds. You can just straight download if you ever want to change, so you can just customize it to however you want. So yeah, there was one I was going to change to, I can't remember what it was. I think it was that one. So just apply that, close that off, edit change to your desktop straight away, which is quite a nice looking desktop. But other than that, there's not much more I can tell you at this moment in time. I will try a couple of different GUIs, like I said I was going to do. Like Cinnamon, you already know, that's going to be the same as Mint. GNOME, I think, is the same as Ubuntu. So I will try some of the other ones that I've never tried before and see what they look like. Because I'm sure there'll be one that'll look like iOS if you used to running Apple Macintosh. Well, no one calls it Apple Macintosh no more. It's Apple machines. And this is pretty similar to Windows looking anyway as a KDE. I know Cinnamon looks very similar as well. So, but that will be on the other machine in a couple of days once I've added some extra RAM to these 2 machines as well. So that about covers everything.